Hey there. Today, we're talking about that awful, scratchy, frustrating feeling of having completely lost your voice. You know, when you wake up and nothing comes out? It's the worst. So we've boiled down all the expert advice into a really simple plan to get you sounding like yourself again fast. Let's dive in.
Oh, it's just a terrible feeling, isn't it? You go to say good morning, and what you get is a little squeak, or a croak, or maybe just air. That whole experience, it's usually caused by something called laryngitis, and man, it can really throw your entire day, or even your week, off track. So here's our game plan to get you back to speaking clearly. First up, we'll quickly cover what laryngitis actually is. Then we'll get to the good stuff, your step-by-step recovery plan. After that, we'll talk about the common mistakes that can make things worse. And finally, the big one, how to know when it's time to call a doctor. All right, first things first. Before we can fix this, we've got to understand what's really going on inside your throat. Laryngitis. It sounds kind of technical, doesn't it? But really, all it means is that your larynx, that's just your voice box, is all irritated and swollen. Most of the time, it's from a virus, like the common cold. But you can also get it just from overusing your voice, like if you've been cheering at a game or singing your heart out at a concert. So here's a picture of what's happening. Inside that voice box, you've got these things called vocal cords. Normally, they vibrate together really smoothly to create sound. But when you have laryngitis, they get all swollen and puffy, and that swelling completely messes up their vibration, which is exactly why your voice gets hoarse and raspy, or why it might just disappear altogether. Okay, so now we know what it is. Let's get to the important part. What do you do about it? This is your action plan, the stuff you can start doing right now to speed things along. Listen up, because if you only remember one thing from all of this, make it this one. The single most important, non-negotiable, absolutely critical rule is rest your voice. I'm serious. Your vocal cords are inflamed and they need time to heal. The only way to give them that time is to stop using them. Try for total vocal silence for a day or two if you can swing it. It makes all the difference. Now, besides staying quiet, moisture is your absolute best friend. Hydrating with warm liquids, think herbal tea, warm broth. It just feels so soothing. Breathing in steam is another game changer. You can get that from a hot shower or even just a bowl of hot water. It helps moisten your vocal cords directly. Lozenges are great too, especially ones with honey, because they help you produce saliva. And you can't go wrong with a classic warm saltwater gargle to help reduce some of that inflammation. And hey, a few more little things can make a huge difference. If you have a humidifier, fire it up, especially when you sleep. It puts that much-needed moisture back into the air. If things are feeling pretty sore, an over-the-counter pain reliever like ibuprofen can help with the swelling and just make you feel more comfortable. And I'm going to say it again, keep sipping those warm, soothing drinks. Okay, we've talked about all the things you should be doing, but sometimes what you don't do is just as critical. Let's look at a couple of common traps that can actually set your recovery back. This is a big one, and it might actually surprise you. It definitely surprised me. You'd think whispering is a good idea, right? It's quiet, it seems gentle. Nope. It's actually really harsh on your vocal cords. It forces them into a tight, strained position. So, if you absolutely have to speak, use what experts call a confidential voice. Just think of it as your normal voice, but really soft and easy, like you're in a library. Next up, you've got to avoid anything that's just going to irritate your throat even more. This stuff might seem obvious, but it's so important. Stay away from smoking and secondhand smoke, that's a big one. Also avoid alcohol and caffeine. They can actually dry out your throat, which is the exact opposite of what you want. And of course, no shouting, no cheering, no singing until you are fully healed. Okay, last section. And this is a really important one. Most of the time, you can handle this at home, but you absolutely need to know when it's time to stop self-treating and go see a doctor. So, you might be wondering, how do you tell the difference between a simple, annoying case of laryngitis and something a bit more serious? Well, there are a few key warning signs to look out for. Here's the most important timeline to keep in your head: 2 weeks. A typical case of laryngitis should get a lot better within a week or so. But if you've hit that 2-week mark and your voice still isn't back to normal, that's your cue. It's time to make an appointment. So just to be crystal clear, you should seek medical care if that hoarseness sticks around longer than 2 weeks. You should also go if you're experiencing any other severe symptoms, like really intense pain, or if you're actually having a hard time swallowing. Those could be signs of something else going on that needs a proper look. Whew. Okay, that was a lot of information. Let's just boil it all down to the three most important things you need to remember to get your voice back on track.
Your recovery really comes down to these three keys. Number 1, rest your voice. Seriously, don't talk. Number 2, hydrate. Keep sipping those warm, soothing, non-caffeinated fluids. And number 3, avoid irritants. That means no smoke, no alcohol, and remember, no whispering.
And there you have it. By understanding what's going on, following this simple plan, and steering clear of those common mistakes, you've got a clear path to getting your voice back fast. You have the tools now, so ready to go reclaim your voice?